Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy
That was a
Easter,
good start.
indeed. Yeah, that was excellent.
It was bright and cheerful. It was religious.
Yeah, ticking all the
Faithful.
boxes here.
Absolutely. Episode 22.
Indeed.
So at this point in the podcast life, I guess things are just kind of dull. Settling
Is the
down.
podcast going to university or?
Well, I think we're past that. Unless she's doing a doctorate, I guess. Could be
Yeah, or a
doing a PhD
master's.
in theology, presumably.
Naturally, yeah. It's only
yeah.
right. Well, it's
In natural
18,
theology,
18,
perhaps.
19, 20. When did you finish undergrad? Like 21?
Yeah, 21. You
Yeah.
say that like you didn't do an undergrad degree.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about it now. I don't know. So 22, yeah. So she's probably doing a master's, seeing where she wants to go. Enjoys the academic side, but isn't sure that's what she wants to do.
Unless she did a gap year,
A gap year.
in which case
She definitely
she's
did a
only
gap year.
finishing. Or unless
She's
she
finishing her
failed
undergrad.
failed a year of her undergrad degree and had to retake it. Like the
No,
rest of us.
I think she did a gap year. For sure.
A gap year. Yeah,
year.
our spoiled middle class bitch of a daughter.
Yeah, but she went to China on her gap year, so we have to respect her for that. She
I went
travelled
to,
all around the holy state.
I went to a stand-up gig a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
And I was on the front row, and sat behind me was a couple who literally had the gap year accent.
Oh god.
Like they wouldn't. I don't think the host or any of the comedians were really very keen on.
So
that
was there a bit of interaction going on?
Yeah, there was a lot of crowd work. They didn't seem to spot how posh I am.
No.
Which I guess is helped by the fact that when they asked me what I do, I said that I was unemployed.
Yeah.
So
were you wearing
the
your
couple
sort of
behind me,
dealer-looking clothes?
my dealer look? What are you talking about?
I just
You think I look
remember
like
that
a dealer?
sometimes with your little bag, your little shoulder bag, and the that purple coat you wear.
My
puffer
fake
jacket.
North Face,
Yeah.
my fake North Face bag.
It's like a dealer cross with a Chinese.
Yeah, it's like an
Chinese
opium
student.
dealer
Yeah, exactly. The
or a
perfect
fentanyl
look.
distributor.
Yeah. My camera's getting
That all comes
darker
from
and darker
China.
as well.
I know. Don't worry. I can't see anything anyway because all the light is just reflecting right off my screen, so I can't see. Like I can't really see myself, which is probably
Yeah.
just as well because I think I look like a tramp today. I haven't shaved in a while.
But your camera's
But it
really
doesn't
bright
suit me.
and jolly, and then I'm just like pitch black in this room because it's blowing out my camera. That's how bright it is.
I've been trying to justify not shaving by saying like,
growing
my
a
hair's long, so I was like, oh, I look kind of like Aragorn.
Yeah,
But I don't think
I can see it.
I don't think I look like Viggo Mortensen. I think I probably look more like a hobbit than a man.
I can see it. I can see it. You got to go. You got to keep going. You got to dedicate yourself to the beard look.
I think when I get older, I'm gonna look like Bilbo in the Lord of the Rings films.
Mm-hmm.
You know how old Bilbo. I think I'm gonna end
When
up
he
looking like
when he
that.
lunges for the ring and he gets the sharp teeth and like.
Yeah.
Let me see it again.
Yeah. But this couple at the stand-up gig, they were both accountants, and they really
course,
had that
right, okay.
accent. And I thought, like, there's no way this is a real accent.
No.
Okay.
I
I went to boarding school. I know posh people. I am posh. But like, it was so over the top. I mean, actually, there are people who do actually sound like that.
See,
but
I
it's
went to a
always
posh
forced.
school, but everyone was so keen on not looking posh that they all spoke like chavs.
Right.
I was one of the few people that actually spoke properly.
I've heard of like people at Eton being like that.
But it's probably because I didn't come from a lot of money, and so I was like trying
No
to seem
aspiration.
like I did, and they did and didn't care, and so they
Yeah.
were like, they were what's it called? What's it called? Switching?
Roadman.
What's that
Oh,
term?
code switching.
Code switching. Yeah, exactly.
Like Quentin Tarantino.
Yes. Is
Have
that
you seen
what
that
he does?
clip?
No. Oh, I think I might have done actually. Yeah.
He went on some like show when he was promoting Django Unchained, and I think it was like a black talk show. And he was what did he say? He's like talking about Jamie Foxx, and he was like, my main man, Jamie. And he's talking about like doing something on a smartphone, and he was like, and I can't do that. He's like, and Jamie Foxx looked like, just
horrified.
Annoyed.
Right, okay.
Yeah. It was just fucking annoying, probably.
Did you see that recent thing about some woman who was in Pulp Fiction complaining about him using the N-word?
I don't think I saw that. I'm really not surprised, though.
Yeah, I doubt it was a particularly huge news story. But then Quentin Tarantino responded by just saying, yeah, you took the money, though, or something like that, like a single sentence.
Yeah, which is like a response he would imagine, like his imaginary like boomer idea of a black guy would say.
You think that's what he just wishes he was? Like an old black guy?
Oh, yeah. A lot of those old boomer guys are like that. Because that's like the coolest thing ever. But their idea of what black people are like is based on like what they were like in the 70s.
Watching the Boondocks.
Yeah. No, but it's like his idea is like, based on like funk music and
big afros,
blaxploitation films. Yeah.
Well,
he probably
like
likes being called. Yeah, he probably likes being called daddy, and I don't know. I feel like if I met him as a person, I really wouldn't like him.
No, I think you're probably right. But here's I don't.
He's like a proto-millennial.
Yeah, I don't enjoy his films because I really want to meet him. No, it's the same.
I can't think of one director who that's true of, apart from David Lynch. I would have liked to have met David Lynch. I think I would have got on with him because whatever psychological problem he had, it's probably not far from whatever I'm afflicted with. Yeah. We just talk about our dreams.
It's the same with like music, like artists and stuff. Like, I don't listen to a musician to get there to agree with them politically.
No, I was trying to figure out a Nick Fuentes impression, and it just devolved into Quentin Tarantino.
I think they're quite similar, though.
They do have a very similar way of talking. It's I can't think of anything that they would say. I'm hungover. My brain's not working.
Yeah, we need a bit of Tarantino.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to find this. I know a really good Quentin Tarantino quote where he's talking about David Lynch.
Okay, perfect.
And it's like the most Quentin Tarantino sentence. Bear with me.
Okay, I will fill some time.
It's him. He's talking about Fire Walk With Me.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Don't worry about dead air.
I'm just fucking around.
David Lynch has disappeared so far up his own ass that I have no desire to see another David Lynch movie until I hear something different.
See,
that's
not
very
him.
good.
That sounded more like Nick Fuentes, I feel like.
It's that problem where you try and do Nick Fuentes and it's a perfect Tarantino. And you try and do Tarantino.
And then the vice versa.
And it's a perfect Nick
nightmare.
Fuentes, yeah.
I don't know why they sound the same. What commonality? Well, actually, they probably both really like saying the N-word. I guess that's probably
that's what it all comes down to.
The link in the chain.
It does sound a bit like your David Lynch as well, which is the freaky part. It's all like a trifecta of accents.
Do you think it sounds like him? I don't know about that.
Tarantino does have a touch of the Lynchian modality to the way he talks, I think. Bit of a similar cadence.
I got some... I can do David Lynch.
Developed with pet nutrition experts. Poultry selection in jelly. No artificial flavors or colors.
There you go.
Is that cat food?
Yeah. Cat food.
David Lynch, big cat
Tuna
food fan.
chunks in brine.
No, that turned into Chris Chan. I'm not very on it today.
I don't remember what I was watching the other day, but I was like, oh my god, they sound just like Chris Chan. I can't remember for the life of me what it was, but ever since I watched that documentary, it's just infected my mind. It's planted the seed of a cancer within me that I just can't seem to get rid of.
Well, it's the kind of shit that just gives you intrusive thoughts, basically. You like, whenever you do something autistic, you freak out. You're like, oh my god, am I like Chris?
Yeah. I remember looking at my bathroom and being like, oh my god, is this like Chris Chan's bathroom? And then thinking like, no, it's not. I had to like overpower my own thoughts and be like, no.
You had to clean up.
Well, it wasn't even that bad, but like, you get in your head, like something, I don't, like, for me,
oh, yeah.
I remember I'd always be like, sorry, my room's really messy, sorry, my house is really messy, and people would come in and be like, no, it's completely fine.
Your house is never messy.
Yeah, but in my head, I'm like, oh my god, it's a complete clusterfuck in here. Like, there's so much shit everywhere. So when I look at my bathroom, and then I've just watched the Chris Chan documentary where we see his bathroom, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like Chris Chan's bathroom in here. It's awful.
Yeah.
And then I think, no,
Jordan
actually
Peterson appears.
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson appears in your head, tells you to start cleaning up.
You've got to wash your balls, bucko. Exactly.
The thing about the thing about Christian Chandler is it's hard, man. We're all like him.
That's drifting slightly into the guy out of Limp Bizkit. It's a bit Fred Durst as well.
Do you think?
Yeah, a little bit. Hey.
Jordan Peterson in a new metal band?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had something that triggered intrusive thoughts this week. I was texting you about, and I decided to listen to what could be described as like a proto podcast, which is the death tape from the Jamestown massacre.
Jesus,
Jonestown massacre.
Jonestown, the Deathtown James massacre tape.
It's just 44 minutes of this guy, saying like, you've never had a friend like me, and we're all gonna have to do this, and we got to be brave, and it won't hurt. And then the sound of just children screaming in the background, and the occasional like thudding sound when someone's keeling over.
Yeah, it's pretty horrific.
And the best thing about it is he recorded it over like a funk album. So, because he recorded it on
I remember
tape.
that.
So, like, in the background, behind the sounds of the massacre, you can hear, like, this kind of low, slow down, like, funk music.
Very faint
playing.
Funk music.
Yeah, which just really adds to this horrible 70s vibe. There's something about the 70s that makes me feel very uncomfortable as a decade.
Yeah, pretty rapey decade, I feel like.
Very rapey. And everything feels so tacky in the 70s.
It's like things weren't quite there yet, but they're on the way. There's like an uncanniness to it. The modernity was kind of developing as to what modernity is now. Yeah, but it wasn't quite there. So everything's just really weird.
Everything's really plasticky as well. And like the fact that they drank Flavor Aid, which is a knockoff of Kool-Aid, that really adds to the vibe, because it's such like a... like how back in the 70s, people had just an awful diet. And like fast food was like new and exploding, and people probably weren't as health conscious as they are now. So everything just
smoking and drinking all the time as well.
Yeah, it's like when your boomer parents are like, when your boomer parents are like, oh, we're gonna try something out for dinner. We're gonna have something I used to eat when I was a child, and it's like, please no, I don't want to eat whatever the fuck that is, whatever weird canned shit.
Yeah,
we're gonna have spam on toast.
So you listened to the whole thing?
No, I skipped through quite.
I was gonna say, because I remember skipping through it quite frequently. I think on Wikipedia there were like the highlights section.
Yeah,
and it says like at this time you can hear a child crying, and it's like scary. I couldn't handle the whole thing.
Yeah, I found a YouTube video and I went through all the major timestamps. There's like one sane woman at the start who like tries to reason with him and is like, maybe this isn't the best way to deal with our situation. And then like all these other people are like arguing against it.
Yeah, she's like, fuck it, just drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. He said at the start he's like how much I have loved you. How close I have been to you. He's just saying all this shit. It's like, god damn. And it wasn't just a suicide. Everyone, a lot of people think it was like a mass suicide. It was partly a suicide, but they also murdered quite a lot of them. They were like pinning people down and shooting cyanide into them.
Yeah.
Which is like really... I'm pretty sure cyanide kills you in a very painful way as well. I think it's like
I can't
like
imagine
your whole
it's particularly
body
pleasant.
convulses. Yeah, it's not like an easy, quiet death. It's like it's quick. It takes like 5 minutes, but you're like writhing in agony in that time.
I've always found the method of actions of different poisons and things and toxins really interesting.
Yeah, I don't even know how cyanide works.
I remember doing a toxicology course and reading up about ricin because a lot of these like neurotoxins.
This is such a sketchy interest to have.
Well, I was just because it's like, oh, if you eat this, you'll die, and it's like, well, how? What about it will kill you? You know, I mean, I wanted to know. So things like the gaseous ones, they actually just stop your muscles from working. So your muscles can contract, but they can't relax. So you can take a breath in, but that's it. And then you stop breathing. You can't breathe. And that's what kills you. So a lot of these work by, like, you think about all the physiological processes keeping you alive, like your heart beating, and it's really just muscles moving. So anything that just stops your muscles from moving. Yeah, this is fucking jolly. Happy Easter, by the way.
Yeah.
This is meant to be us rising from the dead and a birth of a new year and a new season of life.
Do you know how chlorine gas works?
Like mustard gas.
I think mustard gas is different from chlorine
It is different,
gas.
yeah.
I think the way chlorine gas works is it makes your lungs produce liquid.
Yeah, to
and
get
then
rid of it,
so you
like
basically
mucus.
drown. Yeah, so you just drown in mucus from the
I
inside.
think mustard gas is similar. It's just like a more potent version.
Yeah, mustard gas is the one that like fucks your eyes up as well.
But yeah, it's caustic. It burns everything.
But yeah. I think that's the one that got Adolf back in his war days.
Yeah. Happy days. So, should we talk about something more jolly? Because the Artemis 2 mission launched the other day.
Yeah, I watched it live.
Sending people to the moon. Yeah, it's really cool.
Well, I was watching it because I thought something might go wrong.
Oh my god, dude! This is so depressing. You've been watching
like,
the
maybe...
fucking Jonestown massacre tapes, and
like
watching...
you know the Challenger disaster.
Yes, yeah. This is awful.
Yeah. I thought it might be like that.
Have you heard Reagan's speech after the Challenger disaster?
No, what was he like?
It's really good speech. No, it's like it's a really good speech. I'll have to send it to you. It's very these people gave their lives to reach for the stars for and progress humanity, and this is what these people are heroes, and it's really touching. And you think about what Donald Trump would have done now.
They're weak.
I had nothing to do with this. They were They had a woman and a black man on board. No wonder it went wrong. She was probably flying it.
Even though it's like his entire idea, I'm pretty
sure he would just make
it
completely about him and say that nothing actually happened.
Well, the Challenger one was fucked up because they had a civilian on board, didn't they? They had that school teacher.
Yes.
She like won some kind of competition. They were like, "Well, let's put you on a shuttle, strapped to a rocket, and that'll be good for the country. It'll bring everyone together." And it did bring everyone together in a different kind of way. It's
a very good album.
9/11 kind of way.
It's a very good album.
About 9/11 now.
This album here, "We Lost the Sea." It's basically they were kind of like a black metal band, and then their lead singer killed himself, so they became like a fully instrumental band. But the whole of the B-side is about the Challenger disaster. They're all kind of songs about people who sacrifice themselves in heroic ways.
But this is why the guy killed himself. It's because he was hanging out with his bandmates, and they were probably talking in the same way that I've been talking in this episode of the podcast so far.
This is how our podcast is going to end. We're going to drink the poisoned lager or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you on the lager again?
I am. Oh, well, I'm on the Camden Hells, which because it's lager season. It's getting a bit warm. Nice cold, refreshing lager.
The past 2 days were definitely lager season for me.
Yeah, it's been very nice over here.
Today it's water season.
It's water season. Yeah, I have a massive bottle of water with me as well, as I always have. But yeah, the Artemis 2
you're like
mission.
supersetting.
Yeah, I'm double parked here. Anyway,
okay,
fine.
Artemis mission.
Let's talk about the Artemis
Felix?
mission. I don't know. It's just cool. It's nice to see people going into space again.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It's it's sort of, futurist. They want to set up a base on the moon, I think. So this is kind of the next part of the plan.
Yeah,
To
but I
put
mean, they
people
want to
in.
do that so they can put missiles on it, probably.
You
Let's
think?
be realistic.
Yes, this is
I don't
so
know why else
depressing.
you'd go there. I don't know why else you'd go there. There's nothing there. There's just
Well,
rocks.
they think because there's like ice and stuff there, you can probably make rocket like oxidizer for rockets. There's
Oh,
a
right.
launching
And you could-
point further into because the gravity on the moon's so much lower, you can slingshot yourself off.
That makes sense. I guess, yeah, to go straight to Mars from the Earth, probably a lot more hassle than going there from
Yeah,
the moon.
it takes
I
like
mean,
over a
obviously-
year transit time to get there. So
Yeah. I mean, obviously the moon's not that far away in comparison to Mars at all.
still
but-
amazingly far away. It's just
Yeah,
crazy like how far the moon actually is.
Well, it's like 10 days to get there, isn't it? If I
Yeah,
recall
it's
correctly.
it's like a week or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're not even landing on it. this
No,
time.
they're just doing a free return.
orbiting.
Yeah, not even
Yeah.
orbiting. They just slingshot around the back of it and come back round and then.
Yeah.
I play a lot of a space simulator called Kerbal Space Program, where you have to build rockets and like.
It's called
do
what?
science.
Curb Your Space Program.
Kerbal Space Program, but yeah, you have to send Larry David to the moon. Oh my god! What am I doing here? Yeah,
Getting into arguments with aliens over like
yeah, they're like minor
Whether-
social infractions.
yeah. Yeah, nice. So did you watch it live?
I didn't know, but I watched it after the fact, and then I watched the the news interview with the astronauts.
Mhm.
Who are there.
I watched it live. It was a very 2026 moment that
Yeah.
I'm always going to remember because I've got that. It was like 11:30, I think, or around that kind of time. It was quite late, and I've got my phone out. I'm lying in bed. I've got my phone out, and I'm watching that live. And my girlfriend's next to me, and she's got her phone out, and she's watching AI Fruit Love Island.
What?
You not seen that?
No.
Wow, Felix, you're really not very
I'm
cultured. are
so
you?
behind.
It's,
I'm so behind. Yeah.
It's basically Love Island, but they're fruit.
Right, and it's all
so,
AI
you know,
generated.
Yeah. One of them's like a banana. One's it's like a girl who's an orange. I think
This is so
they're like
shit.
anthropomorphized fruit. Yeah, and they're like
What's it called? Fruit
flirting
Love
and-
Island.
cheating, breaking up. I think it's called that. It's something like that.
Oh
I mean,
my
that is
God.
the gist of it.
Oh my god, this is awful.
Yeah. So I've got that going on one hand, On the one hand, I've got like, Grapina, why are we breaking up? And then on the other hand, I've got like, T-minus 5 minutes. We're,
Launching solid fuel boosters.
launch rockets detached.
I see they had to radio Houston because they had a problem with their copies of Microsoft Outlook, which weren't working. And one of the comments was like, "Oh my god,
they
we
get the
sent
new
them up
Outlook?
there. We sent them up there with Microsoft Outlook. Those poor bastards."
Well, the thing everyone hates is the new Outlook, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a new
like-
version of Teams as well, which is so ass.
I got a Teams interview on Wednesday, so
Good
I
luck.
gotta. Hopefully, it won't fuck that up. But
Yeah. Well, hopefully not. I
definitely
can't
shaved
stop
before that.
looking at this fucking Fruit Love Island.
I know it's addictive. That's the point.
It's just so-
Do you know what?
Oh,
Do you know the
it's
slop
hurt.
I've been watching a lot of recently on YouTube Shorts is water slide videos, where it's like some insanely tall water slide, and then they're like going down, and then they like because they accelerate too much, they like go into the air and they're just free falling, and they're like, "Oh my god, help! I'm gonna die!" And then the video ends. That's been watching a lot of those lately.
Sorry, I just can't believe this fucking Fruit Love Island. This is awful.
Well, to each
What is
their
the
own.
appeal of this?
He might not survive both of us.
Well, I guess there are people who want to fuck the fruit.
The fruit is very well endowed. I'll say that.
Well, it would be. It's Love Island. Have you ever seen Love Island?
I have seen a couple of episodes when my mum was
can't do
watching
that.
it a few years ago. Like
Your mum
many
was
years
watching
ago.
it.
But this was like early Love Island.
Oh yeah, was it a bit more like measured?
It was a bit it was a bit less obvious, I guess.
They have less Northerners on it,
Yeah.
maybe. Is that the problem?
Yeah.
They've got too many scouts. I feel like they are all scousers on that show.
Yeah, that's the kind of clientele that enjoys that kind
Although
of shit.
you had Danny Dyer, daughter of Danny Dyer. She's
Danny
on it. She's
Dyer,
not Northern.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She did well on it, I swear.
Yeah, I think she did. She's very successful.
Danny Charlotte Dyer Bowen.
It's pretty cool that she's
a
called Danny.
television
I know it's like a
actress.
mute point.
Fuck hell.
Do you know what the problem with reality TV is these days? Is that it used to be the people who went on, that was like their ticket to being famous.
Yeah.
So they would do anything to stay on the shows they were on.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like a side hustle for influencers. So the people who are doing it, they're already kind of famous. And they're it's not like they're all in or fully committed to it, because it's like they're already kind of a micro.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because they already have a niche.
And TV is so much less important compared to the internet now. So it's like, this is just a little thing. And even then, they're only doing it
just a bit of
for
pocket
clips
money
to be generated. Well, just to generate clips from it so that those can go on social media. It's not about even the show being watched that much, I don't think. So it's a completely different type of person who's going on. They're less mentally ill and they're more business savvy. And that makes it a lot less entertaining. It's like,
and
when you watch like
it's more
Fish
obviously
Tank,
fake, I think.
Yeah, when you watch like Fish Tank, it's a lot more like how Big
Real.
Brother was like 25 years ago. It was just mentally ill people, who've been shoved in a house together, and there's like no safeguarding at all.
And are being tortured by Sam Hyde.
Yeah, I can't believe Jimmy Savile was on Big Brother. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. In the house.
Sorry, Sir Jimmy Savile.
Jimmy Savile.
He was on Celebrity Big Brother. Could you imagine?
Thank God they didn't put like Jimmy Olsen in the house with him.
Who's Jimmy Olsen?
He sung that song. He's a kid, I think. Jimmy Olsen, is that his name?
Oh,
or was
right.
that?
I've never heard of him.
Oh no, Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen was Superman's like journalist friend. Who am I thinking?
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Jimmy.
What the hell are you talking about?
Right, when I search Jimmy into Google, it says Jimmy Olsen or Jimmy Savile.
Those are the two big Jimmys. Yeah.
There was definitely some the Olsen twins.
Well, they're girls. They're two actresses, I think. But they're not. They're not called
Mary
Jimmy,
Kate and Ashley. No.
They're like those that back when women were incredibly skinny in Hollywood. They were like two of the leading lights of that.
They were in. I don't know why they were so famous. They were in something, weren't they?
Because by those standards of that time, they were just really hot, I guess.
They?
I don't really
When they were
know.
7.
Oh, were they famous when they were kids? Okay,
Yeah, they weren't even
retract
famous
what I
as
said.
adults.
Well, if this was like 30 years ago, I guess by the standards of Hollywood at that time, they probably were.
Maybe
hot.
they were thought hot.
You think about it, they're probably in some of Weinstein's productions or whatever.
Yeah,
I think I've got long COVID. Do you know,
Right.
Do you know much about long COVID?
No.
I hope it's long COVID because that doesn't seem as scary as I'm definitely having a lot of intrusive thoughts at the moment.
Is what being depressed.
I'm being extremely depressed. Yeah, my neck is killing me. It's definitely not my posture from being unemployed.
I hope you don't have meningitis.
No, I've had this for like 2 years. I went to see a doctor after I think I had COVID about just under 2 years ago, and then I didn't test it because this was well after the pandemic, so who the fuck had testing kits at that point, But I went to see a doctor after probably a couple months later because like some of the symptoms just wouldn't go away, and then I remember I walked into the GP's office and I sat down and I looked at his computer screen, and he had WebMD up. And I thought,
classic.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking die. This guy is not gonna help. Yeah, but apparently you're much more likely to develop long COVID if you've had glandular fever, and I've had glandular fever twice, so I think I probably got long COVID. Yeah, it's funny going on the COVID long haulers.
Oh, Jesus, I can imagine what that place is like.
Here's the thing. I think long COVID is real, right? Because COVID's not the only virus where you have post-viral symptoms that go on for a long time, possibly the rest of your life. I mean, like glandular fever, for example, can be reactivated because the virus never leaves your system.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, it's called the Epstein-Barr virus.
Epstein-Barr,
yeah. So I've got a little bit of Epstein in me, I would say. But where was I going? Oh yeah, I was talking about the subreddit.
Yeah.
But the subreddit, it's like, so I think long COVID is real, but I'm pretty sure like 90% of the people in that subreddit are just spending too much time on the subreddit, and it's making their symptoms considerably worse.
Well, 100% of the people on the subreddit are Redditors, which
That's
instantly
true.
puts you into that mind frame.
Yeah, and I only
Where
read
you have to have
Reddit
something
posts.
wrong with you. Yeah, you lurk. That's fine. Once you
I
start
read
posting,
them in like an arrogant way, like looking down
at these
on
fools.
them. Yeah, but like they'll give really bad advice. Like someone will make a post like, "I think I've got long COVID. What should I do?" And like the top comment will be like, "Start logging your symptoms and keep reporting back every week on how they're developing and changing." I've been doing this for the past 5 years.
I use a period tracker to log my COVID symptoms.
You use a long COVID tracker. Yeah.
Yeah, I've developed an app! !
Yeah, and those people are making it worse for the people who actually do have long COVID, and not just some kind of undiagnosed OCD. People like me, who are mentally sound. I mean, clearly, based on everything I've said so far in this episode, I'm clearly in a good place mentally. There's nothing wrong. I'm not having any kind of morbid thoughts or obsessions or anything. I'm definitely you can just tell by the tone of my voice. I'm obviously very happy with my life.
A jolly chap.
Yeah, exactly. So what can I say? I don't like that subreddit. Actually, I do. It's quite fun to look at.
I don't like any.
What's your favorite subreddit?
I don't think I have one.
It's such a normal thing now. It's like
Reddit's become far too
using
normal.
Reddit now. Yeah, it's like, but you think that would dilute the Reddit culture and make it a more normal website, but it's actually the opposite. Instead, what it means is
super millennial culture.
Yeah, instead it means like the people you have to deal with at work are getting more annoying over time.
They're being allowed to be Reddit. Yeah,
it's like tattoos. When I was younger, I always thought it'd be really cool if I got tattoos. Like I thought like I'd get like a spider on my chest.
Yeah.
Even though I'm literally scared of spiders.
But it's cool though.
We'll get like a Cairo somewhere, like the XP, like Orthodox Christian symbol, even though I'm not Christian. But that looks cool. It goes hard.
Yeah.
And it's not as like evangelical American looking as a crucifix.
Yeah.
Or a fish. The Cairo looks a bit cooler, and it's got that Constantine the Great connotation, a Constantination, we could call it even, perhaps.
Yeah.
But now I've grown up, and all the people I know who have tattoos are like, middle class girls.
Yeah.
Who do yoga.
I have nothing against tattoos personally, but I would just never get one.
I've got nothing against them. Well, I change my mind about things all the time, so it would be an atrocious idea for me to get one.
The thing is, I'd know that my luck would mean that I'd get like... Okay, the main thing I'd want, I don't know, something to do with a band. Like, there's a lot of bands I like with really cool art. So I'd get some art from a band, but then it would turn out one of them, like, is a baby rapist. Knowing my fucking luck with this kind of thing.
You get, like, Lost Prophets tattooed, like, all across your chest.
And then
like,
it comes out,
writing.
He's a massive baby. Yeah, it's like Michael Jackson tattoo.
Yeah. Getting Michael Jackson's face, like, on your back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's, like, huge.
Check this out.
But the Michael Jackson fans have never, they have never, they're like Japan and World War II, they're never going to acknowledge.
Every time I mention it, they're like, how dare you say that?
How could this sweet man,
how could this sweet,
like
innocent man,
who looks like he sleeps in a coffin, how could he possibly
ever do anything
do something like that? This man who hung his child out over a balcony
and had
I think that was
children
pretty
around
cool
his
when he did that.
ranch.
Yeah, I think it was pretty cool when he did the thing with. I like how he also named his son Blanket. I know this is like an extremely mute point now. We're going back to like crazy celebrity gossip from 1993.
This is really old school, yeah.
But why he called his son Blanket?
Yeah,
Why?
but celebs love
what's
doing
the
that thing, like
association?
Peaches Geldof and
Oh yeah, is that her real name?
yeah, and David Bowie. One of his kids is called Wowie or Zowie, Zowie Bowie, Zoe
David
Bowie.
Bowie. Okay, let's get this straight. Here you go. Now the conversation's gonna heat up a bit.
Right.
Now
Okay.
I'm gonna get a bit more Lust for Life, Iggy Pop reference, another pedophilic singer
Very
from
good.
the 70s. David Bowie sucks. I'm gonna say this. I was looking at a list the other day, just out of curiosity, of highest selling musical artists of all time. And it was really interesting because I noticed that George Michael was significantly higher up on the list than David Bowie, as in he'd sold a lot more records. But like, he was like.
Was that including or not including Wham?
I think that's just solo
Wow.
stuff. Because I think that Wham would be a different artist.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Like the Beatles are there, but their solo
But John
credits
Lennon
are
and
separate.
Wings
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff are different.
But I thought that's really interesting because people don't talk about George Michael anywhere near as much as they talk about David Bowie, right?
Yeah.
I hear people talking about David Bowie all the fucking time. I don't really hear people talk about George Michael that much. And what dawned on me is that the people who listen to George Michael don't feel like they need to talk about it all the time.
Okay.
Whereas the people who listen to David Bowie are very proud of the fact that they listen to David Bowie, an average pop musician from the 70s, who always lagged behind trends in every single thing he did.
You think?
Oh yeah. Well, he was a very good businessman because he would figure out what was going to be trendy next, and then he'd immediately jump on that just after the underground musicians who actually did it first.
Right.
And he'd always befriend them, So it's like, so he was doing glam rock when that was what everyone was doing. Certainly every pedophile, it seems.
Yeah. Okay.
And then right when the new wave was starting, he immediately became friends with Lou Reed, who had basically been making new wave music 10 years before.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy we're looking at. And he was like, okay, I'll do more cocaine now. I'll stop doing acid, whatever. I'll do whatever actual artists were doing a decade ago.
I'm not a huge. I mean, I don't mind some David Bowie songs, but I'm not like his biggest fan or anything.
I can handle his music, but it's the fact that it's not. I would much rather listen to George Michael, and I'd also much rather hang out with George Michael. God rest his soul.
And David Bowie.
I'd much rather party with George Michael. He seemed like a nicer guy, a bit more fun, David Bowie would be like, oh, let's do loads of cocaine and then say that we sympathize with Hitler publicly. Like, whoa, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. This is like, it's like a 15-year-old's idea of, it's that, It's like Nick Fuentes.
Right,
who is now turning on his own fan base because he's realized how lame they are.
Yeah.
I had this experience when I was like 16. I was an idiot. My friend and I went to a Milo Yiannopoulos event.
That is crazy that you've done that. I forget you've done that, and then you bring it back up, and it sort of blows my mind.
That event was the thing that got me out of that kind of those autistic interests.
Who else was?
Because
why?
I went there.
Who else was there?
Well, I met the other people who were going to this event, and realized I'm not this lame. I'm cooler than these people. Okay. Yeah, and it was just the fact that I hadn't been exposed to other people the people behind those comments on the internet. It's like they seem cool when you're like a kid because they're saying like this really dismissive stuff about everyone else and like how we're the cool ones or whatever. But then you meet them in person, it's like, oh, you're not cool. You are the lamest people. It was so weird though. I feel like I'm gonna keep talking about this event on this podcast because it's like it was so 2016. I remember going there and there was like a group of girls who were all wearing T-shirts with the Rubin Report logo on.
Yeah.
You know, Dave Rubin's show, and it's like who? No one would wear that now. You know,
who would wear a T-shirt with any of this shit on it anyway?
No, but yeah, that guy is such a lolcow now. But at the time, he was like part of this. And you had like Gavin McGuinness. Do you remember him?
No, the name rings a bell, but I don't remember who he is.
He was one of the founders of Vice magazine, but then he took a right-wing turn, became like a Catholic. Yeah,
the classic
American
pipeline.
Catholic. Yeah, American Catholic, which is like completely going against whatever the Pope was actually saying. Was the Pope's like, okay, we got PR issues, we got to we can't, we got to keep our church sane. We got to like try and move with the times in a conservative way.
Yeah,
with a conservative
conservative progressivism.
Yeah, and then you hear like American Catholics, and they're like, the current Pope is not the real Pope. We actually haven't had a true Pope since like Pius the 12th died. And
it's a shame we have an American Pope.
You're not
now,
really a Catholic.
Trump would definitely have set up an anti-Pope by now.
Yeah. Well, he would set himself up as an anti-Pope, probably.
Did you see his latest tweet about the Iran war?
I don't know. Maybe.
Sorry. His latest Truth Social post. So this was at 1:00 today, right? I'll read it out verbatim to you. Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it! ! Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll all be living in hell. Just watch!
It's so lame.
All caps. Praise be to Allah. President Donald J. Trump, in all caps.
He's trying to sound like an imaginary version of George Patton.
Yeah.
The way he talks. That's what he's going for, Calling someone a crazy bastard, that is like 1940s speak. Like, no one talks like that.
A president posting on his own social media platform saying, open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards. It's just so
what did he say?
Lame.
Monday will be Power Plant Day and Tuesday will be Bridge Day. I wonder which day will be...
Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one. There will be nothing like it.
I wonder which day will be Primary School Day, since they've already done that a couple times. Or what day will be, Medicine Factory Day.
Hospital Day.
Or Water Supply Day, whatever the fuck they're doing. Yeah.
They managed to rescue the airman who got downed over Iran.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
he's back in America?
I don't know if he's back in America, but he's not in Iran anymore, apparently.
Oh, right. So they say.
Allegedly, yeah. I mean, at the same time, Iran is saying that they destroyed like half of the US army. So, as to who one believes, I mean, I think one's more likely than the other, but yeah.
I don't think this war's even happening. I think it's a urban myth.
It's just an urban myth.
Yeah. It's like, I don't think Trump's even president.
No, hashtag
I think
not
Hillary
my
won. Hillary won in 2016, and we've all been in a mass psychosis since then.
Because we were so happy, or because we were so outraged?
Either, because you were either way too happy or way too outraged in 2016 after it happened, because of polarization.
Maybe it's actually a quantum superposition where they both won and lost simultaneously, and everyone was so ecstatic and so miserable simultaneously that reality has collapsed.
And
into
the only
this quantum
people
state.
And the only people who can understand and interpret the reality are qualified experts like Neil deGrasse Tyson. So we have to
follow r/Neil deGrasse Tyson.
We have to go on Reddit, and
because I fucking love science.
Yeah, we need a peer-reviewed study to tell us who actually won the election.
Yeah.
Based on what they called Schrodinger's equations. Schrodinger was a pedophile. Did you know that?
The Heisenberg uncertainty principle.
Did you know that about Schrodinger?
I did.
Schrodinger. He was a serious pedophile.
If there is a child in this box and my penis is approaching it,
yeah.
after how long will my penis be inside the child?
he kept a diary where he documented all of his conquests, shall we call them?
Really?
Yeah, no, he was a serious pedophile. I think he called them his nymphs or some shit.
Oh, that's like 1920s German all over, though, isn't it? They love calling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's very like Lolita style.
Like Thomas Mann, you know him?
No.
He's like one of the most famous German novelists. He wrote something Mountain. He wrote Death in Venice.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Death in Venice. Interestingly, they made a film adaptation of it in like the 70s, and the film's all about a dying writer. He's got like tuberculosis or something, and he goes to Venice to spend his last days. And whilst he's there, he sees a beautiful adolescent boy who he becomes obsessed with. But that film had a massive impact on Japanese culture because
why am I not surprised?
And not for overtly pedophilic reasons, you might be surprised to hear. But it's because the boy who played the boy, the love interest, shall we say, basically became the template for all shonen anime character designs with like the way his face was structured and stuff. Yeah. Which settles the long-running question that I've been debating in my head for over a decade now, which is what ethnicity are people in anime? Because it's very confusing. They will be at a high school in Japan, but none of them have black hair. You know? So what are they?
Yeah, oh my god! Yeah, that guy. He looks like a girl.
Yeah. Well, he was like Finnish or something.
Swedish.
So Swedish.
Bjorn Andresen.
Yeah. He's called Bjorn, of course. They gotta have other names they can give their children.
That is a pretty boy. I'll give him that.
That is a soundbite. Well done, Felix.
Thank you.
You fell into my trap to take you out of context and end your podcasting.
I don't think there's take
control of the podcast.
Is there a context? He's a good-looking boy. I'll say that.
This is the thing. You can't say that anymore these days because of what these liberals have. You know, everyone can't even enjoy David Bowie anymore. Can't even enjoy David Gary Glitter.
Bowie. How old was he when this film came out? He was 25.
No, he wasn't. I think he was like 15.
He might have actually been. He was. 15.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. 15.
He was under it. Stop trying to cover your tracks. Now you said he's pretty.
He was in a documentary film called "The Most Beautiful Boy in the World."
Jesus Christ! What a lame name for him. Yeah, but Thomas Mann, the German writer, he would often he was a married man. He had a wife and some sons, and one of his favorite hobbies was to accidentally walk in on his sons when he was unclothed.
Right.
At nighttime. Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, and his diaries are, boy, they are a mess.
It was the 70s.
It was like the 20s, I think.
It was the 20s.
Yeah. Tell you who wasn't a paedophile back then.
Right.
Adolf Hitler.
Yeah. His birthday's coming up.
I know, right?
Yeah, so there we go. So,
yeah.
You know.
So, I'm not going to draw any conclusions from that. But it is a historical fact that Adolf Hitler was not a paedophile. He did fuck his cousin, so I guess that's a different kind of problem. But
it's not great.
And
he loved animals, though. And he was a vegetarian.
He saved the economy. That's the funniest argument when people say that. Like people are like, and it's not even like people
unemployment
defending Hitler,
rate was
but they're like,
0.
Yeah, well, people will say like, well, the reason Hitler was able to brainwash the amazing German people, you know, it was all one bad man.
The brilliant Germans.
The reason why is because he fixed the economy. And it's like, firstly, very easy to fix the economy if you put everyone in tank factories.
Yeah.
You know, that's one way to deal with unemployment.
I think it was a temporary fixing of the economy.
Yeah, it's like, look, we all had jobs working in death camps, you know? There's full employment. But secondly, what was I going to say? I don't know, but it's a stupid argument. I'm sick of hearing it. Oh yeah, and
if it went on
let's
any
be
longer,
honest,
it wouldn't have fixed the economy.
he didn't brainwash the German people, all right? That entire country brainwashed itself willingly because they can't handle their emotions. They don't know how to, and World War One happened, they got cucked, and they were like, they raged. They raged.
They were
too
molding
hard.
too hard.
Yeah, and you gotta chill. Just, do whatever. I think Germany, these stereotypes about Germans, like they're like autistic, logistically minded.
Well, no, they're either one of two.
Efficient.
They either go home from their work at a warehouse to play Warehouse Simulator, or they're like really camp clubbing. If you're in Berlin, you're a camp clubber, and all you do is take MD and go clubbing. And anywhere else, you spend your entire day operating a train, or on a dock, or in a factory, in a way, and then you go home and play your job as a simulator, and that's it.
Yeah,
those are the two Germans.
But those two types of Germans have a common origin culturally,
right?
Which is in Prussia,
right?
Okay, they're both Prussian types of Germans.
Yeah,
and when I read like German literature or about German culture from like the late 18th, early 19th century, which was like kind of the peak. You had Goethe, Kant, all that stuff. They're different people. Like, I don't think they exist anymore. That kind of German.
No,
I think they got transformed by the Prussians, and so now they're either, as you say, like autistic logistical guy, or gay guy, basically.
Or you're from like Bavaria
they both come
or
from
something,
Prussia.
and you like churn butter and drink ale like from a glass that's as big as your head.
That is the more original German, I think.
Yeah,
that's like the true. That's the Germans that existed before Friedrich or whatever the fuck his name was took over. Before Bismarck turned them into
before real
a nightmare
politic.
Country.
Yeah. Before united Germany.
Yeah,
bring back the HRE is what we're saying. This is why we need the European Federation, because the Germans thrive under some ridiculously complicated federal system.
Yeah, they were a lot more fun. They were nice people. They were chill. They just wanted to drink beer all the time. It seems
they were much more fond of Britain.
Yeah, they got on with
because we just paid them to kill people.
Well, we paid the Prussians.
Yeah,
we created the Prussia, and therefore modern Germany is basically like the Taliban. The
problem is that Schleswig-Holstein was removed. Was
a missing piece.
Yeah.
No, but like we bankrolled Frederick the Great in the 7 Years' War so that he could fight all the Catholics or whatever. The Spanish and the Austrians and all them. And we thought, like, oh, it's all right. Prussia's a tiny country, it would just be a bit of a nuisance, and then we can go and snatch all the French colonies up in America whilst they're distracted.
Yeah.
And, fast forward 100 years, they're fucking ruining everything. They're invading France. It's a shame. It's a shame. Something changed in Germany. And maybe we just need to destroy the northeast of Germany.
I think they just got guns and, like, their autism concentrated on fire and maneuver tactics.
Yeah, but the gay thing comes from Prussia as well, because they were all gay.
I'm saying all this while I literally have a unbuilt Prussian infantry brigade with like 300 little chaps that I need to build.
It's Napoleonic.
Yeah. The Waterloo campaign, black powder, epic battles. Look how many men are in there.
That is pretty
in this
huge.
Tiny box.
I like the I prefer the earlier style of like uniforms and stuff. With the tricorn hats.
Yeah,
where everyone looked kind of like a pirate.
Yeah, a bit earlier.
That was cool. Yeah, no armor. No one's wearing any helmets.
Pike and shot kind of era.
Well, a little bit after the pikes. Early, like bayonet. Like 7 Years' War. Everyone looked great. Everyone had ponytails. Everyone's wearing ponytails. No
American War of Independence kind of things.
Yeah, very cool.
Mid 18th century kind of thing.
Yeah, Barry Lyndon. Basically, the film Barry Lyndon is what I'm talking about. You seen Barry Lyndon?
Is Sharp around the same time period?
No, that's more Napoleonic.
Isn't that Liam Neeson? Oh. That's meant to be
No,
quite
it's
good.
Sean Bean. I used
Sean
to watch
Bean,
that when I
that's
was a
it.
kid. Yeah, he's
Is
like a
it alright?
Yorkshireman who he's in one of the light infantry regiments, the rifleman.
Yeah,
So
he's
he
got
wears
his
a
green uniform on. Yeah, I see that.
But that's Napoleonic. I think mostly Iberian campaigns against the French Revolutionary Army. We really should have just let them conquer Europe. I think.
You think?
Yeah, because
the whole of Europe would be French, though.
well, yeah, but we would be cooler. This is the thing. We were the coolest people. Okay.
Right.
We were cool when we were basically a nation of pirates. You know, and all we were doing was going around the Caribbean, doing some Johnny Depp shit. That was when we were cool. The moment we
the thing about that, right, is we were the pirates and the people in charge. It was just British people fighting other British people because we were so fucking dope. No one else could stand a chance.
Well, no, but we were fighting against the Catholics. You know, we were still the underdog. The French,
the treasure
especially.
fleets and things.
Yeah, the problem is once we knocked the French out, once we beat Napoleon, with the help of our autistic northern German
friends, Pax Britannia ruined the country. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, well, we had to become moralistic. We had to. Now, I'm not gonna touch on the issue of slavery and how that relates to the point I'm making because that would put me in a bad light. And,
but we did stop
just
it.
like the Pope. I know. Yeah, but I'm saying is that we stopped it after we were, developed a moralistic attitude to things. So, I'm not going to touch on that side of the issue.
Okay.
Let's just pretend there was no slavery ever. Yeah, gloss over it. But we were more fun, when we were amoral. The moment we beat Napoleon, we had to be like, oh, okay, well we're like, we're the good guys. We're Christian. We're like, we're going to spread muscular Christianity around the globe. And it's bullshit because at the end of the day, the only reason we're Anglican is because Henry needed a fucking divorce. Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's not pretend this is a real church that God intended to come into existence. Like, it's obviously not.
Did.
It's based on
the angles of God's chosen people.
You see, we didn't think like that in the 18th century, but we started thinking like that in the 19th century. And all of a sudden you get all these ideas of like, oh no, English people are actually one of the lost tribes of Israel.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Jerusalem, hymns. People with
it's
moustaches.
All woke nonsense.
RP
with moustaches.
Yeah, we should be clean shaven and somewhat elf-like in appearance.
This is coming from you. Practice what you preach, my friend. I want to see you next time. Shaved clean.
Well, here's the thing. I looked at a portrait of Shakespeare the other day, and I thought, you know what? If I start losing my hair, I'm gonna go for that look. I'm not gonna go on r/bald and be like, "Hi, brothers, I just shaved my hair off. I'm one of you now."
And I'm growing a beard.
And we have a nice wholesome community. Have you heard about that shit?
If anything revolves around a community, I'm not interested.
Well, okay, so r/balding is a subreddit.
Is this the one where they're like, okay, I'm going to shave my head now because they've got awful comb overs and they're like, fuck it.
And then they're all like, welcome to the club, brother. If you need anyone to talk to, then I'll always be here for you. It's like,
king.
Now you've ruined a shaved head. That used to look cool. Now I see that, and they always grow a beard as well. It's like the beard on the face and then the shaved head.
It's to show you don't have cancer.
Yeah, but now I see that, I just think, oh, you went on Reddit. Okay, so you're on the fucking list for a start. What you actually? So it's coming back around. So actually, if you the cooler thing now to do is to do what William Shakespeare did and just kind of have long hair and an awful hairline. Yeah, long hair at the back. I think like Thomas Hobbes as well. That kind of vibe. I think that's what I'm gonna do if I start losing it.
Yeah.
I think that.
Just shave at the front. It makes you look really smart because you've got a massive big forehead.
Exactly.
Which is where people think male pattern baldness came from. There you go.
Really?
A sexually selected trait. Yeah, because as you lose your hair and your head looks bigger, you look smarter. Like you've got a bigger brain.
So it's hotter. So women
Yeah.
are more likely.
So women
to...
are like, damn, this guy's smart.
This guy's really
So,
clever. Yeah.
there you
This
go.
guy with a comb over.
This guy with a fucking... Well, no, because they're just, me, lose hair. And,
Yeah.
They're not rubbing
with-
in, like, caffeinated shampoo to, like, get their hair back.
No. Taking minoxidil and shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not going to Turkey,
with-
ancient Turkey, to get hair transplants.
Sure.
Like Rain Mooney.
Anatolia. Go to the Hittites to get get hair transplant.
Yeah. And a nice shave while you're out there. Close shave.
But women didn't really have any choice back then. Like, there wasn't much of a dating pool, I would imagine.
Yeah, but in your tribe, there's some guy with looks really clever, and he like builds a fire. You're like, damn, this guy can keep me warm.
The wise one. Yeah.
You end up with,
Yeah,
like,
there you
aura.
go.
So there you go. That's
Yeah.
yeah. There we go. That's any conclusory statements about bald people.
No, not about bald people.
Generally,
No. We need to get a soundboard on this, I
Yeah.
think.
I'll leave that to
But
you.
I can't. Oh, there is a soundboard.
There is on Discord.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I get...
The problem is you
Will
can't
it show up?
You can't. Yeah, it should. It should do.
But will it, like, will it be recorded along with our voices?
Yeah, it should do.
Have you got, like, a beep, like a censorship?
I've got a
Beep,
massive
like a
fart like this.
No.
No.
That's not the
can-
one.
We can. If you send me some clips, I can put them on the server, and then we can use them.
Yeah. How do you... Oh, wait, so I can just search them up, though, I guess.
You can just
find
give
new
me
ones.
You can just give me MP3s, and then I can put them on here. And then we can use
Was
our...
that Sargon of Akkad?
No, it was Talking Ben.
Bang.
Who's Ben?
Talking Ben.
Yeah.
Oh! Was
Yeah.
that like an app? Like an
Yeah.
early iPad app? I
Remember,
vaguely
it was like
remember
Talking
that.
Tom, but it was the dog. Yeah.
What about this one? I like that. We gotta
Perfect.
get Lil Jon. Yeah! We gotta get that.
Yeah.
I feel like... Yeah! Yeah.
this is going to devolve into such a clusterfuck if we start using these soundboards.
Flint and Steel. Oh, that one's locked.
Oh, you need premium.
You need to be a moderator to...
You need
to
a
access
Discord
that.
premium, whatever. It's all from the Minecraft movie.
Spamming it. Oh, right, of course.
Okay, that's
Yeah, no.
enough. Right.
Yeah, we gotta...
Thank you
well,
for
I guess
listening.
I can retroactively censor stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Did something need censoring?
No, not yet. But
Not
I was,
yet.
Thinking about things I could say.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's not like it's live.
No, exactly. Well, what I was going to say was, Professor Jang, we've been talking about a lot.
Mhm.
I'm definitely going to have to censor this. But
That's
Professor Jang may be a but he's also
Oh my god. That's definitely gonna need to be cut. Okay, fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Okay,
I am a poet.
that's a perfect place to end this.
Yeah. I think I had
Jesus
another
Christ.
aphorism.
Yeah, okay.
Which won't need to be censored.
Thank Christ for that.
This one, the one world is changing so much better now, and I have to have a good time in the formation and get to know you are largely ignored. That one is courtesy of Samsung Galaxy S24 Auto Text.
Thank you, Samsung Galaxy.
So
Auto
yeah,
Text. That's great.
so yeah,
Excellent. So thanks for listening.
yeah, thank you very much for listening. How do you feel about Professor Jang? What kind of other informed opinions about him can we...
Yeah, please leave them in the comments and make sure we don't have
Yeah.
to censor them either.
Comment section will remain completely unmoderated.
Yeah, we don't monitor it, so spread
Yeah,
your opinions.
we need a subreddit for this.
r/God
podcast.
worshipping society. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel
we'll
like that
start our
could be...
own Yellow Turban Rebellion.
Well, no, Taiping Rebellion.
Yeah,
Actually.
some kind
Yeah.
of Chinese rebellion will be started there
Yeah.
against against the Keir Starmer has lost the mandate of heaven. Sir Keir Starmer has lost the
Yeah.
mandate of heaven.
Yeah, the mandate of Tian.
Yeah.
So and so who are the Manchurians in this situation? I guess people who live in London.
Yeah.
So we should probably go to massacre Londoners. It's probably the best.
Yeah, sounds reasonable to me.
They're demons. They're demonic. And I
Yeah.
had a dream which told me I'm going to end up in a watch list for this shit, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, all right then. Well, thank you very much for joining us,
Right.
guys. Have a lovely week. Hope you're having a great Easter, and
Yeah.
we'll see you next week. Don't forget
Happy-
to give us some kind of interaction.
Yes, please.
If you don't like and subscribe, your mother will die in her sleep tonight. Thank you very much. Amen.
Amen.